Hello well-wishers and welcome to my channel Aspiring Minds. In today's video, we are going to discuss Kamala Das's poem The Looking Glass. So grab your virtual seats and let's begin. Kamala Das, also known as Kamala Suraya, was an Indian poet and writer who lived in Kerala. She is renowned for her bold and expressive poetry that often explores the themes of love and the complexity of human relationships. She is considered a significant figure in Indian English literature, and her works often challenge the norms of the society. The poem The Looking Glass by Kamala Das explores the dynamics of love, desire, and self-perception, self-understanding within a relationship. The poem deals with the idea of how women often shape their identities and desires to fit the expectations of the society, especially in the context of romantic relationships. It reflects the speaker's introspection, thinking about oneself, of what is the role of a woman in a relationship and the sacrifice a woman has to make in order to ensure love and acceptance from his partner. The central message of the poem revolves around the idea of female self-sacrifice and the expectations of the society imposed on women within relationships. It highlights the length or the extent to which a woman often has to go in order to please her partner and maintain their affection, even at the cost of their own desire and identity. The poem highlights the imbalance of power and unequal expectations placed specially on women to conform to the traditional gender roles. Let us now decode the line-by-line meaning of the poem. Getting a man to love you is easy, only to be honest about your wants as woman. Stand nude before the glass with him. So the opening lines of the poem suggest the way in which a woman has to gain a man's love, and according to the speaker, it is simple if only a woman is honest about her desires and she presents herself as a very weak, timid, vulnerable kind of a person in front of the man. The act of standing nude before the mirror with the man implies that the woman has to be open and transparent in the relationship. It symbolizes that the woman has to be willing to expose her true self to the partner, both physically and emotionally. She has to be there, and the man can do whatever he wants in order to fulfill his desires, so that he sees himself as the stronger one and believes it so, and you so much more softer, younger, lovelier. Admit your admiration. So here the speaker emphasizes the importance of doing this is that it will help a man to realize that he is a masculine, strong being. By allowing him to think of himself as the stronger one in the relationship, the woman will be able to please the ego of man and therefore be able to secure his affection. The woman is expected to appear softer, younger. She has to maintain her beauty at all times so that the man considers her as beautiful and is able to reciprocate the affection. So we see these lines highlighting the power dynamics within the relationship, a system which works within the relationship where woman's admiration and validation of the man plays a crucial role. Notice the perfection of his limbs. Limbs means his body parts, his eyes reddening under the shower, the shy walk across the bathroom floor, dropping towels, and the jerky way he urinates. So this particular lines focus on what are the things a woman must observe and appreciate in terms of the physical attributes, the physical qualities, and the manner in which a man behaves. A woman is expected to or is encouraged to pay attention to even the most mundane, common details of his existence, such as the movement of his body. The emphasis is also given that you must make the man feel perfect, which highlights that a man should be thought to be a perfect being You must have an ideal image of masculinity in your mind, which is necessary to uphold or to strengthen a romantic relationship. The woman's attention to these details will reflect her commitment to fulfilling the traditional roles and maintaining man's affection, because in earlier times a key element in a relationship for a woman was that she had to be ready to please a man at any time of the day, no matter what the circumstance. And since I have grown up watching the old Hindi movies, it also has things of these kind which have been featured in the movies as well. That I'll give you an example of one instance I remember from a movie. I don't exactly remember who were the actors, etc., but I remember a situation of this kind, that there was a death in the family. However, the woman still had to be duty bound and be there to fulfill the desire of the man at night despite that sad situation. So you can understand that a woman's emotional state is not given importance. If a man wants affection at any time of the day, in whatever circumstance, a woman had to be ready to fulfill it. All the fond details that make him male and your only man. Gift him all. Gift him what makes you woman. The scent of long hair, the musk of sweat between the breasts, the warm shock of menstrual blood, and all your endless female hungers. So in these lines, the speaker urges the woman to offer herself entirely, completely to the man, embracing her femininity and fulfilling his desires. The woman is encouraged to provide the man with everything that defines her as a woman, including her physical attributes, the sensual ways in which she can attract the attention of the man by, grooming herself well, putting the best of scents. So the act of gifting symbolizes how a woman had to submit to the man's desires and her willingness to prioritize his needs above her own. So the speaker makes a reference to the intimate aspects of womanhood, including menstruation and sexual desire. The woman is expected to embrace her bodily functions and sexual urges as something which is necessary. The phrase endless female hunger suggests that woman's desire cannot be repressed. It has to be completely open for the system of a relationship to work and to be able to fulfill the emotional and sexual needs of their partners. Oh yes, getting a man to love is easy, but living without him afterwards may have to be faced. In the final lines of the poem, we see the speaker acknowledging the easy manner in which you can attract a man's love by following the expectations of the society and fulfilling the traditional gender roles. However, the poet also highlights what are the challenges of living without a man once the relationship ends. After the relationship has ended, the woman may become emotionally dependent on the partner, making it difficult for the woman to navigate life independently after a breakup or a separation. Look at the way in which there is a constant quick flow in the last few lines of the poem. A living without life when you move around, meeting strangers with eyes that gave up their search, with ears that only hear his last voice calling out or your name, and your body which once under his touch had gleamed like burnished brass, now drab and destitute. So in the final lines, the speaker portrays the emptiness which is experienced by the woman after the end of a relationship. The existence of the woman becomes useless, meaningless, as she moves around in a world which is full of strangers with memories of her past lover. Her senses are constantly haunted by the echoes of her earlier partner, and her body loses the luster, the vitality, the energy which was there when she was in a relationship with that man. So the imagery of her body once gleaming like burnished brass emphasizes how there is power to change a person when you love someone. However, with the loss of that man in the relationship, the whole system, the whole life of a woman tends to collapse. There is a sense of void and loss that is left, according to the poet. We can understand the poem on a deeper level through the three major themes which I have pointed out for you, that is, gender roles and expectations. A poem explores how the traditional gender roles and expectations of the society which are imposed on women within a romantic relationship play a key role. Women are expected to follow these roles which are imposed on women, follow the ideals of femininity, and prioritize the needs and desires of their male partners. Secondly, the poem deals with the unequal power dynamics between a man and a woman in a romantic relationship. The system is not balanced. Women are encouraged to submit to the desires of their male partners, and they must prioritize their physical and emotional well-being before a woman's own. And thirdly, there is an involvement of self-sacrifice, because the poem highlights how the sacrifice the woman makes helps her to maintain affection and love of the partner. However, if she is not duty bound as defined by the society, the woman will face problems, and when the relationship ends, it leaves the woman emotionally dependent on the partner, making it challenging for the woman to navigate life independently after the end of a relationship. So we see that The Looking Glass by Kamala offers a thought-provoking exploration of love, desire, and the complexities of gender roles within romantic relationships. Through the use of vivid language and imagery, the poem challenges the traditional notions of femininity and highlights the sacrifices women make to maintain the love and acceptance from their partners. The poem serves as a powerful commentary on the power dynamics, the functions of a relationship, the system of it, and the emotional dependency that is there in a relationship, inviting readers to reflect on their own experiences, their own thought processes about love and identity. So that's it from this video. I hope you liked it. Do hit the like button. Subscribe to my channel for more such future updates. Thank you for watching. Bye.